Welcome back to part 2 of our ramp-ish druid deck. Ramp-ish, mech-ish, token-ish druid deck. We've been getting some fairly good opening hands. Fairly good luck with that. As soon as that luck runs out, I don't know what's gonna happen. Not certain at all.
Malfurion versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
This is actually a pretty good opening hand. If I'm gonna play the Power of the Wild, I don't need the Fairy Dragon. So instead I'll fish for a better 3 or a 4. Oh baby! Look at that Mech Warper. What could I draw that would make me play the Mech Warper? I guess I play the Mech Warper now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that turn 7 Force Tank max value. I just need my opponent not to have... Yep, excellent. That is a weird thing to do. So it trades evenly with that. Scarlet Crusader. Could also buff it, but it's not particularly valuable, actually. Okay. Fine, I'll just have it trade evenly. That's a card for a card, as far as I'm concerned. It's good enough. Loving all these Stampeding Kodos. Loving them. Oh, top deck swipe. Here we go. Swipity. Damn it. Damn it.
Join or die.
For the wild.
Does my opponent use that coin? It was... No, they haven't. Okay, so they still have the coin. So that's one less super important card in their hand. Oh god.
I'm ready.
Oh god, that's really bad. Mortal Coil, fuck. None of those are particularly important, so I'm not going to hit them with the Stampeding Kodo. I could swipe and clear the board,
Where shall I
but
strike?
I think swiping to clear the board is actually a losing play here. I swipe, I clear the board, my opponent gets to develop a turn 5 play without me getting to respond. Hopefully they just don't do anything right now. It wouldn't have strictly been incorrect not to do anything, though. Duel up a card, I guess. Fuck, Sludge Belcher is so strong. So difficult to deal with. I think I have to kill the Void Walker. Void Caller, sorry. I attack that, I hero power, and then I Stampeding Kodo. That's actually okay as well.
For the wild.
So the Stampeding Kodo kills the 1/2. I mean, I'm still in a commanding board state, it's just... Ugh. Also, at the very least, with this play, I don't pass over to the opponent's turn and let them develop a minion and then use it immediately. Oh, that's annoying. Looks like I'm gonna have to swipe Claw. Maybe swipe Claw Hero Power if this gets the buff from the Blood Imp.
Shields up.
Luckily it didn't.
For the wild.
Okay. So the obvious trade is this goes into this, and then I've got a 3-4. My opponent has 3 cards in hand. I've got a Force Tank Max, so I've got a really, really solid late game card against a Warlock. I mean, think about it. It's a 7/7 that has to trade with something first. So my opponent has to throw away, you know, a spell card, a damage effect. They have to throw something away just to get rid of the Divine Shield, because they're not like me. They don't have, you know, damage on their hero power. I just don't want it to get super late, because if my opponent starts drawing a lot of cards over me with life tap, and if I don't have the ability to draw cards from Gnomish Inventor, Starfire, or my Ancient of Lore, I'm going to end up far behind in cards, and then I'll lose.
So many possibilities.
It's also worth noting that Force Tank Max is horrible for me as well. So I gotta hope my opponent doesn't have that shit.
Almost out of time.
Well, looks like our opponent is very AFK. I can tell by the fact they made just an attack there. Oh, someone's setting up a lethal. That's 9 damage on the field. I cannot do anything to stop it right now, so... Unless I suspect that these 2 cards, or these 2 cards plus tap plus another card for a total of 7 less mana is going to equal 9 damage to my face, my best play is to develop. Okay. My opponent is scared enough of my board state that they're buying time by trading. Interesting. Oh, that's really good. That is really good. So my opponent has a lot of damage coming in. Alright, I'm going to use the Stampeding Kodo for no value, just so that I can use the Druid of the Claw for value. So, as long as this is stealthed, the Anima Golem is guaranteed to be alive. So that's actually a really, like... And my opponent had that other stealth card as well. 4 damage to my face wins the game, by the way. Stranglethorn Tiger.
It's time for a little blood.
Holy shit! I have been styled upon something fierce. Okay, so I would actually have to clear everything except for this and this in order to win the game.
What?
If I clear that with my hero ability, I will have a total of 6 health left over, so that and that will kill me. So I have to initially kill over here and hope for a really good draw. That's not going to be good enough, is it? I don't think so. That and that going there. It's enough to keep me alive this turn, actually. If I trade both of these into here, then heal myself, use this to only attack face, and then Silver Moon Guardian.
For no one.
So now I have 12 health and my opponent has a total of 10 damage on field. But these are desperation plays. That Anima Golem plus stealth minions. So we saw a Blood Imp, we saw a Jungle Panther. We also saw, you know, Stranglethorn Tiger. So we've seen stealth out the fucking wazoo from this person because they knew the strength of their deck and very, very specifically catered towards it.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
They must have picked up that Anima Golem really early to be able to kind of pick in this general direction.
Shields up.
Well, yeah, that was going to be my kill anyway, but that one wasn't. Oh, hey, Wild Growth, draw a card, hell yes. That's actually surprisingly good because it gives, none of my cards cost more than 8, and it gives me a chance to draw further into my deck for something that is thinned, right? So the Wild Growth doesn't really count as a card, so I didn't want to have that as something that I ended up drawing into. But, ultimately, it doesn't even matter. played.
Well played. I can
No way I could have succeeded there at all, not even slightly. As soon as that Anima Golem play went down, I was fucked. I really just want 2 more wins to complete my domination quest. But god damn, that match. The match before, alright, maybe not playing super slow. See, I had to play super fast because my opponent had very little health and I had very few cards, right? So if I played slow, I was going to run out of gas.
Alfurian versus
I still think I played that correctly and it just ended up losing. That one, my opponent just had something fucking fierce going on.
rise against you.
And I could not really combat it. I need some of my more early stuff, so 2 drops and stuff. I didn't throw away a 2. No, I didn't. Okay. I'm fine with that now. Coin. Hero power. Go, coin hero power my face. Dennis it up, motherfucker. Considering I do not have a drop for this turn, that's actually a surprisingly good play. For me. Not for him. For me. I wonder if my opponent has a... Like, when you start thinking about... Oh, whoa. When you start thinking about what your opponent must have as a result of the cards that they've drafted, especially suboptimal cards like this, I'm thinking maybe they have a Murloc Tidecaller. Sorry, a Murloc War Leader. So wouldn't that be +2/+1 on the Murloc Scout, making it a 3/2, and then it can run in here? Ultimately wouldn't help though. It's gotta be a trick, right? No? Evidently not. My opponent is just really, really keen to use 2 of their mana, half of their mana in this turn to kill the spider tank. Or possibly they're setting up for a swipe. If they swipe this board, I'll be surprised, but I won't be in dismay.
The light protects me.
Oh, drawing a card, I see. Lovely. Hit it. Yeah. That's super important because it allows me to keep this above 1 health, so I don't have to worry about the hero power killing it. Next turn, Innovate Force Tank Max. 100% of the teamo. Although, they have Argent Squire. Does that mean that Blood Knight is a higher possibility to be in their deck?
ready, sir.
Possible. Hit it! Fuck you! Was really hoping. Hits the dagger and then I trade and then I just end up with an amazing board. And the crowd goes wild. Crowd goes wild? I think wild is what I was attempting for there. Even though this trades directly for this, it incentivizes that trade, which leaves my Force Tank Max here. I also had the option of using Swipe to attack this and then running in, but then I don't have anything to develop alongside it. Guess I could have done Swipe Hero Power, end up with the same board. No, I still don't. Oh, hey! It does mean Blood Knight is more likely. Ha! Isn't that funny? This is suddenly less funny. Okay, I can take things slow because I have all of the cards and my opponent has none. I've just got to worry, I've just got to worry a little bit, just a teensy tiny little bit about my opponent having something huge and swingy. Like Ragnaros. Ragnaros hits my 5/5, I have no response.
For the king!
At this rate, it looks like both of those are going to end up trading for my guy. Well, actually, at this rate, it looks like neither of those is going to end up efficiently trading for my Ancient of Law. So I heal myself of the damage that this caused to me last turn, and then I heal most of the damage that the Ancient of Law incurred while killing the Burly Rockjaw Trog. Feel free to draw cards, you've only got 4 mana this turn. Still no beast on the field. Sweep. Gonna sweep me? Sweep the leg? Swipe and Starfall are always the ones you're looking at when you're playing a druid. Just like you're always looking for Blizzard and Flame Strike when you are playing a mage. Okay, on the field, I have 12. I have 12, including from the hand. So, in the interest of possibly drawing into lethal... No.
For the crusade!
If my opponent uses Poison Seeds, I'll have a full board.
Where shall I strike?
That'll be kind of cool.
Where shall I strike?
Oh, shit! Alright, I get it. You're interested in striking! Sorry, what just happened to my voice? Okay, I definitely have lethal. Alright. Well played.
Well played.
Striking. Interested in striking, Ryan. That's how human beings say that word. I think it's because I started to laugh halfway through it. Definitely. Because I started to laugh halfway through it. It's half a giggle and half of a word. Oh good, it went up with the right thumbnail. Sorry that I'm constantly checking over to the side on my phone. I am doing that because 2 new series aired yesterday. This is recorded on the day that both Dark Souls and Yu-Gi-Oh! Jewels of the Roses aired. And I'm just very keen to see how people are receiving them.
I must protect the wild.
Scarlet Crusader is pretty good. Especially against a warrior. Doesn't have the ability to do 1 damage with his hero power. In fact, it's so good that I will keep it in an early hand. Okay, so it looks almost certain that I need to coin a 3.
Greetings.
Hey, but these are the 3s to have, because they don't die to, to Fiery War Axe. So if my opponent only has a Fiery War Axe, they might develop it this turn, and then I get to play something that won't die to it. It'll be hilarious. It'll be good fun. Okay. So I think, initially, I developed something like this. Because a response from my opponent
Let the pain speak to me.
might look like that.
Join or die.
That's fine. That is 3 mana. They're passing up their turn 3 to cycle a card. So if they develop an axe this turn, they can kill the Scarlet Crusader, and then this remains as a threat. Silvermoon Guardian next turn. Slam Cleave would actually be hilariously good for my opponent. Ha! They caught one! Fucking hell. That's actually so bad for me. It's almost inexplicable how bad that is for me. So my opponent is 2 cards deeper in their deck than I am now. And they're on the first turn as well. That's almost impossibly bad.
shall I strike?
Do you remember Kael'Thalos? So the reason I didn't run the 3/3 into here is because it wouldn't actually particularly help me in any fashion.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Oh, shit. I need swipe. Swipe from the top deck would win this game instantly. Damn it.
Remember Kael'Thalos!
Pay attention, class.
Swipe from the top deck would have meant a clear board, and I have a 3/3 as a result. And I wouldn't have to use my hero power. Would have been so good. Ugh. A man can dream. Yeah. Now we're in weapons territory. As long as my opponent has health and armor to use their weapons, we're fucked. So, this is gonna be fun. Or, wait, what's the opposite of fun? I have to do it.
Job's done.
So, 2, 3, 3, so 2, 2, 2. So I can Mech Warper, Harvest Golem, Spider Tank, and use my hero power next turn.
For the king!
Yeah, but it looks like I want a Stampeding Kodo anyway. Okay, they have another weapon. You don't use a weapon like that if you don't have another charge. So I'll play something that survives a weapon hit. There we go. Finally got it out. Gorehowl? Oh, another Arcanite Reaper, of course. Uh-oh. This is going to be very difficult for us to survive through. I'd like to know. Stampeding Kodo kills that. It's fine. God damn. I'm getting very efficient things out of the Stampeding Kodo, and I'm very happy about that.
Special delivery.
But, oh really? You're gonna kill this with Cruel Taskmaster? Commanding Shout? Okay. That's weird. I would have thought it would have been a weapon charge. Yeah, I'm getting very valuable stuff, but it's just not valuable enough to, you know, hit a weapon that's hitting twice, or, you know, keep me alive against it.
Powering up. Portal online.
I've got to hope my opponent doesn't have 10 damage in hand. They easily could. It's not an unforeseeable circumstance that I die this turn. They have Brawl? That's the... Like, that and Cleave are the only board clear you have to worry about from a... Oh, hey, that's the best one to have survived. That and Cleave are the only board clear you need to worry about from a warrior, and he has it. That's weird. Anyway, I'm gonna play that. Harvest Golem allows me to use my hero power. Gnomish Inventor draws a card. Okay. So playing that is all about not only healing myself, but putting up the Chillwind Yeti to a point where it can't be instantly killed by the Squire.
Blood and plunder.
It's fine. Okay. That opens... That's definitely the wrong order to have played things in if you have the Squire thing. But, you know, I'm not gonna argue. Swipe actually clears the board here. And saves all of my minions. That's really important. Oh no, I should have swept the face. Swiping the face would have done the same, except it would have done 3 more damage. Oops.
Unnatural.
Put this apple on your head.
I don't have enough mouth.
Yeah, swipe would have done the same, because it would explode the Explosive Sheep and do 1 damage to the Dread Corsair, but then the Explosive Sheep does 2 damage to everything, finishing off the Dread Corsair, so I should have swept the face. There's no reason not to have done that. Well played. That was unfortunate how that went down, but Hey, it ended up in our favor. It's all the Stampeding Kodos. It really is. Being able to develop something on the same turn that your opponent loses one of the huge things on their board, not even a huge thing. If your opponent loses anything from their board and you gain something to your board, it's such a big play, right? That's why Mind Control is so fucking big. Because you're not only killing something, like killing something of your opponents with Mind Control, but you're gaining something super strong. It's such a huge swing. That's it. That's our Druid Dominance quest. So we have earned a lot of gold as a result of this, actually. Oh, it's almost 420. It's almost time to YOLO blaze it, guys. Get ready.
Anduin.
It's only 7 more minutes.
The light shall bring victory.
I must
Spider Tank is really good, but is it good enough to hold on to with the hopes of later getting a... Okay, so it is, but at the same time, if my opponent has a Dark Cultist, I'm so sad. Like, I will be the saddest man. What I was thinking is it good to hold on to it in the hopes of getting a 2-drop with my other mulligans? Evidently, no. Oh, shit. So if my opponent plays a mech this turn, especially sorry, I'm gonna be annoyed. Hello, I mean, if it plays hello. Don't play hello. No hello. 0 hellos. I don't want to see a single fucking hello from you. They might have been relying on keeping it safe with a Holy Smite and then playing a... mech on turn 3. Don't you fucking Spider Tank me, bro. I'm not disappointed because it happens. I'm disappointed because it happened to me. Heal your own card, attack mine. What?
Sorry about that.
Could have... Okay. Mech Warper into Spider Tank. Allows me to develop both. Frankly, that mistake by my opponent may allow me to win the game. Because they would still have a 3-2 on the field if they didn't make that mistake. A 3-2. That's huge. Power of the Wild? So if I Power of the Wild, I'm Power of the Wilding so that I can kill that with my Spider Tank, yes? No, because that'll be on 4 attacks, so instead I'll kill it with my Mech Warper and my hero ability. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Why don't I just develop something in stealth, use hero power, plus that to kill that? Alright.
For the wild.
I'm not pleased with how that went, but hey, Holy Nova does nothing to me, and since one of them's in stealth, and since they both incidentally have a higher defense stat than they have attack stat, Shadow Madness does nothing to me. It's just Shadow Word Pain that does stuff now.
It's time for a little blood.
So that's a Power of the Wild next
Something
turn.
needs tinkering?
Hey, that did... Oh, shit, that's a really good Power of the Wild this turn. Okay, so I Gnomish Inventor, I Power of the Wild with a ++, and then... Bop and bop. So even if Holy Nova happens this turn, I end up with a 3-3 on my board, and then I get to play an Ancient of Law.
It's clobbering time.
Hero Power, Druid of the Fang, Naked? It's gonna be Hero Power, so... I think Druid of the Fang, Naked onto the board is fine.
Snakes. It has to be snakes.
For the wild.
Ah, Indiana Jones quote. Snakes, it has to be snakes. Because Indy is afraid of snakes, and there's always snakes in the tombs that he raids. Wait. Never mind. Boot meta engaged? No, that's Radish meta. You gotta give me that boot.
Let the pain speak to me.
That's getting Stampede encoded so hard.
Strike.
For the wild.
So my opponent gets no card as a result of that. That's a huge loss. Because even in the worst case scenario, you're relying on your Acolyte of Pain to give you one card, right? To cycle itself. But even if it doesn't cycle itself, you've... that's 3 mana to do nothing. And a card to do nothing. 3 mana and a card to do nothing. It's so big! I can't move everything down to Holy Nova range, so I'm actually going to sacrifice this. It's to make sure that I can't be harshly punished. How can I circle? No. With the damage on the field, Dark and I Circle would have cleared the board. Okay, so I have a total of lethal. Excellent. So that's 6. I did guess 7 for this deck. Those 2 losses were kind of unexpected, to be completely honest, but hey, entirely fair. I feel confident enough that I can get 7. I don't think I'm going to lose this next match. I mean, I don't want to predict it until I get my early hand, and then I don't even want to predict it when I get my early hand, because then I might tilt myself and play a little less responsibly. That's what I learned very recently in Isaac, which is an episode that's going to go up in like fucking 1 month.
You asked for it.
Play responsibly.
The wild.
All of these are horrible. Voodoo Doctor especially, because my opponent has a Fire Blast as their hero power. These aren't atrocious, but they're also not amazing. Is that true? No, this is a good early hand. I shouldn't be complaining.
Hello.
If my opponent were to say...
My greeting.
Greetings. Oh shit, I've had this same opening hand before, and I knew that it was a good idea to innovate out Harvest Golem. I didn't do it this time. That's a mistake. So my opponent's response... I should have watched their mulligan, actually. My opponent's response is likely to be Frostbolt or Flame Cannon to kill this, if they had it. So they get Fireball next turn. Can I innovate out Druid of the Claw? I can, but it means that I don't trade. So I'm innovating out the Druid of the Claw because I can next turn coin Silvermoon Guardian. So I've basically ramped my curve in the middle and then caught it as it was falling back down. Okay, there's the Fireball. That's fine. Fireball trade, then Silvermoon Guardian.
Shall not fall.
Especially good is that I have a Stampede Encoder, so if my opponent is still playing, like, on the back of their curve, if they need to Fire Blast this, I might end up getting super Stampede Encoder value like I just did. Ooh, baby. I actually want this one dead. Like, really badly. Hell yeah. Now we are so far ahead of our opponent here. Commanding lead is what this would be called. Flame Strike is the only thing that can bring us down right now.
It's time for a little blood.
Remember, kill the loss.
For the crusade!
This board is fairly safe against Flame Strike. I I mean, after a Flame Strike, I will have the ability to kill that and still have minions on the board. Lovely. Cone of Cold to kill a 3-1. No, I need to develop something stronger right now.
What's the fight plan?
Join or die.
Flame Strike still leaves a 4-1 on my field, and then I can start healing it up with Darkscale Healer. So Flame Strike really only kills a 2-1 and a 1-4. Okay, does that mean no Flame Strike? As I change my seating position to be a little more comfortable and natural. Excellent. Wait, was that they came from behind? Huh, good. I like that. So now Flame Strike could be used to clear this board. It's a ping to the Darkscale Healer, and then Flame Strike, you kill the 4-4 and a 4-3. I think, especially this turn, if Flame Strike doesn't have it, my opponent... If Flame Strike doesn't happen, my opponent doesn't have it.
What to do? What to do?
They did fake a ping. They did fake a ping at this. Does that tell me that they have Flame Strike? And they're just concerned about where to use it? Oh, baby. That's real good. Okay, I don't think they have Flame Strike. I don't think the one card they were holding left in hand was Flame Strike. It's also, incidentally, not a mech, because you don't play Goblin Blast Mage naked if you have a mech. It's too valuable. 4 random damage? That's between an Arcane Missiles and an Avenging... Really? Oh my god, that's really good for me. But seriously?
Snakes. It has
I was so careful. At least they've used a Polymorph and a Flame Strike. So they need a Fireball or another Polymorph to get back in the game. Fireball plus ping kills the Druid of the Claw.
The light compels you.
Oh, that's my whole board gone. I couldn't attack to the face, because if I also wanted to develop the Spider Tank, the Boulder Fist Ogre gets to kill my Spider Tank, and then I still have to kill it with the Druid of the Claw, so I end up with a much worse position as a result. I can kill that with Hero Power plus stuff, but... Nope, gotta swipe it. I need to retain my board position, therefore I have to use swipe. Starfire top deck is going to be so important for me. Also, if my opponent plays anything with less than 3 damage, like that, they have to ping my thing this turn. Yep. Then I have to trade into it, attack, and then they ping it again next turn. Interestingly, I actually could have ignored that turn, and they could have got 3 more damage to the face. They would have been incentivized to do the trade anyway. So I think that was wrong, actually, in my part.
I've got the beast in my sights.
God damn it. Stampeding Kodo.
Instruction begins.
For the wild.
I wonder if it would have been wrong to hold on to the Stampeding Kodo. That relies on my opponent top decking their early game in the late game, and since you have the ability to influence getting your early game in the early game via the mulligan, it's actually less likely. Are you fucking gonna Flame Strike me again? Beam strike. Polymorph.
Put this apple on your head.
Fireball. Fireball.
Wild.
You're my opponent that's going to stop me from getting 7. You had a horrible early game compared to me. And I'm still very likely to lose. I want you to know how disappointed in you I am.
Catch! Hey, catch!
So if I attack and it becomes Doomsayer, that's one card out of the 100 and something that are 2 mana. If I attack and it becomes Doomsayer, I don't want to already have played my Spider Tank. But if I play my Spider Tank now, I could possibly get 1 extra damage into the face. Didn't even get 1 damage into the face, and it's gonna be... not a Doomsayer.
For the wild.
So I Hero Power and attack it because it doesn't get to duplicate itself. But it does mean that Hero Power will kill it next turn.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
You've got to ping this. Yeah. Because it means that if I kill the Squire, I'm not killing it for free. Oh, thank you. I attack that. I hit that. My opponent has 2 targets they want to ping if I do that, so it's actually worth my while to do it this way. Because you can run in here, and then you can ping the Ancient of Law, or you can run in here. Sorry, you can ping this. Those are your 2 options. This Stampeding Kodo, I think, needs to hit something. If you get Fireball from the top deck, I'm going to be so salted. That could easily be Fireball from the top deck. Draw a card down. I'm gonna Hero Power because if this remains as my only thing on the board, I have the ability to hit with it and Hero Power next turn. What would you hold in hand this late in the game? It can't be Polymorph.
Well played. You win.
Oh my god. That was way too tense. Which is when you go camping with a friend. Too tense? I'll just tell that joke until I forget it, basically. Just gonna keep going. Unfortunately, I could lose at any point, so I can't cut to a pot 3. That's it. We achieved our prediction, though, so if you would just like to pull your party poppers and let the balloons go and all of that kind of jazz, feel free.
I will fight with
This is the moment that
must protect the wild.
When I actually have the coin to accelerate my curve and the possibility to pick up the... no, I didn't, but the possibility to pick up a... What's it called? 2/3 Mech Warper. Then I want to keep.
Someone call for the
This is surprisingly helpful. Because it means I get to kill this next turn. So at least I get to contest the best early game drop in the video game. So Violet Teacher on turn 5. Violet Teacher coin Power of the Wild on turn 5. It's gonna be fucking amazing. So I've just got to have that. Oh shit. Flying Machine is surprisingly good right now. What's the flight plan? Gives me the ability to kill at least 2 of those. Also, I don't think you must have battle on turn 3 if you expect to have to play your True Silver Champion on turn 4, because you waste the 1/3 weapon. Apparently my opponent is completely fine with doing that. Spider Tank suddenly is no longer an interesting play. Muster for battle into True Silver Champion. I mean, individually, they're just such strong cards. Really want to play the Stampede Encoder. It would be 1, 2, 3. No, I can't do that. I actually need this Violet Teacher play to go off. Really do. So I might Stampede Encoder next turn, then Violet Teacher, Coin, Claw, Power of the Wild.
Cleanse the Sunwell.
Yeah.
Reporting for duty.
Fuck me. If I got Swipe, I would just straight up play it. But... nah, it's not Swipe. Of course not. One of the 1/1s and the 4/4 weapon. Hit that. God damn it. Oh, fuck me. Nup. Nup.
Reporting for duty.
Next turn, I was relying on casting 3 spells. Literally, my entire game from that point was relying on me casting 3 spells that turn. Do you have any idea how frustrating it is for my opponent to play one of the only cards in the video game that will stop me from casting spells? I actually cannot win at this point. 1, 4, 4. My opponent has 10 damage on the field. I actually cannot win. So fuck it, I'm just going to show them what I had. First off, well played.
Well played.
Because Coin, Claw, Power of the Wilds.
I am ready to
For the
learn.
wild.
I am ready to learn.
Are you shitting me?
I can see.
That just went perfectly for them. Oh, hey, at least we got our prediction right. We got 7 wins, which is exactly what I was hoping for. We got into a second part. We also completed a request. Ultimately, fairly successful. Hey, at 160, so we'll actually buy our way back in. We also got a Siege Engine, which is a useless card as far as I'm concerned. I've never actually seen it used effectively. Damn it. I'm very interested in this Light of the Naru card. I think it's... I mean, I've seen it run in constructed decks. I think it's more powerful than the prevalence of which I've seen it run in constructed decks. So I'm going to put my cursor right up in the very top left corner of the screen so that I can say that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Hearthstone Arena. What was the name of the deck? It's a Ramp Druid. Had a lot of mech elements in it. Mech elements. There were spider tanks. There were a very large amount of spider tanks, but I've already called an arena spider tank before, and I believe it also was a druid arena as well. The cards fell perfectly for some certain opponents. Token. We had token elements in it. Dear Lord. What about getting on board? Because we're getting on board with the new meta. We're starting to understand it a little bit more. So, on board. All aboard. No, but all aboard would be if it was a pirate deck. Come on, Ryan. Think. There has to be a perfect name for it. All hands on deck. No, but that's a pirate one as well. I'm just going to call it on board. I mean, we had the flying machine, so there's kind of... You come up with a better title. The name of the deck was All Aboard. No. On board. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. If you have, please click like. It does help me get my content out to new people. There's also a playlist in the description down below for my Hearthstone Arena, my recently cancelled, well, not cancelled, it's on hiatus. So I do want to clarify this for anyone that was watching the ranked series. It's just on hiatus for the season. I might pick it up later. but for the moment, I'm very much enjoying the stuff that I'm substituting into the slots that it freed up. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. If you have, please click like. Fuck, I already did that shit. Damn it, I'll see you next time.